Alright. Applejack had been going through her things in the Appleacres farmhouse. She had pictures of all her family members, all old toys, some more clothes, and even a dress Rarity made for her. She sighed as she looked through the pictures. She had sent Apple Balloon and her friends off to their clubhouse and gotten Granny Smith to agree to look up after them so she could see her friends that night. Granny Smith wasn't the greatest babysitter, but seeing that the world was going to end anyways, Applejack didn't think it mattered much. Hello there, sis. It was Big Macintosh. He was at the doorway into the house. Howdy, Big Mac. Say, we sure had some good memories, haven't we, Big Brother? She was looking at one picture of them together when they were younger. In it, she was trying to hold on to Big Mac's back while she tried to buck her off. Yup. She stepped up next to her, looking over her shoulder. There was a silence for a few moments while the both of them looked through photos. Applejack took off her head so she could wipe her eyes with it, starting to tear up a bit. I shouldn't cry. We did a good job here on the farm. Big Man didn't say anything, but Applejack could see the sadness on his face. He was never the talkative type, but he had some fun times together. Even as they gotten older, they had started working on the farm. They would still play little games and pull pranks on one another. You know, I've been so busy with keeping up chores on the farm and hanging out with my friends that I never really took much time for myself. She set her hat back on her head and leaned against her brother. You know, never really got to meet any boys. Only one I really know is you, Mac. She blushed and winked at him. What? I mean, well, that's awful kind of you. Big Man was blushing too, but it was harder to tell with his red coat. Applejack leaned into... What the hell is this? Don't tell me this is where it's going. I'm not really digging this now. Oh, great. I'll read it anyways. What the fuck? I gotta finish it. Applejack leaned in to give her big brother a peck on the cheek. I love you. I love you too, sis. He pressed his nose down on the top of her hat, picking up with his teeth, smiling down at her. Hey, now you give that back. She got up in his face and pulled the hat back down to her head, her noses meeting. She smiled and blushed, giving his nose a lick. He grinned back at her and gave her forehead a kiss.
No.
Shut up, Flush. Applejack smirked and tilted her head, pressing her muzzle up against his grip, giving him a nice long slumpy kiss. Big Mac's eyes went wide and he pulled back a second only for Applejack to follow. He stopped, tensing up a bit as he thought it through for a moment, deciding to move forward to his sister and return the kiss. He really meant it for what he said, but never thought she'd go this far with him. They were still brother and sister, and such a pairing was forbidding in Crustria. Applejack broke the kiss finally, giggling and wiping her mouth. Well then, I suppose you wouldn't mind if we took this little... Oh, no.
Oh my god,
no.
Really?
Took this a little further. Go for the roll in the hay that is. I mean, it is our last day in life. I think we can afford to live it up a bit. She nuzzled his cheek. Big Mac sniffed. Never thought I heard my little sis say that. You sure be on people. Come on, Big Mac, you know you want. You know you wanna. Never got to do something like this before, and you're the only one I trust. She rubbed her nose against his nape, whatever the fuck that is, smiling up at him. That was enough for him. He grinned and gave her a pat on the rump. Yup.
Oh
my god.
Well, they are hillbillies, I guess.
Yes. The
I
two
don't know.
siblings giggled and nipped at each other as they headed out toward the barn, slipping in through the barn door, closing it behind them. Ghosts and rustling sound came from within. On the other side of the barn, Piggy Pie crawled up to the wall and took a peek in through the crack in the wall. Sniggering, whispering to yourself, "Oh yeah, you go, Applejack." She wagged her tail and pulled back from the wall. I really shouldn't spy on my friend like that. She bounced away, heading back to the main road. Perhaps I should find some fun like that for myself. Too bad Rainbow Dash hasn't still come back. She would have been Pinky's first choice for a fun time partner. Maybe she should try Rarity. Nah, Rarity doesn't like being touched much. How about Twilight? Maybe, but Twilight was always so serious and no funsies. What about Fluttershy? Well, Fluttershy wasn't the fun parting time, but it was pretty easy to convince her to do just about anything. So Piggy bounced her way over to Fluttershy's cottage. It was eerily quiet, and Pinky couldn't see any other of the critters Fluttershy cared for around. Usually there were birds chirping in the trees, or mice and ferrets scampering around the cots, it was as if the place had been evacuated. She came up to the door and bashed in with her hoof, taking a look around inside. "Hello, Fluttery, Flutterson, Fluttershy?" She spotted Fluttershy curled up in a corner on one side of the room, cuddling Angel Bunny in her hooves. He looked like as if he was in the stocks. By the way, Fluttershy held him. Angel Bunny was frowning. "Ah, there you are!" Pinky slammed the door, so it bounced over to her friend with a big grin on her face, plopping down next to her. "So, I thought you would be all alone out here, and it looks like I'm right. It made me so sad to think one of my friends couldn't be having a good time on their last day, and I thought, hey, I should come out here and cheer my good Pegasus friend Fluttershy right up to keep her company. And I'm so happy to see you, and so glad I could spend time with you. And you know we were always my favorite, even though you were quiet, and super cute too. And we should party." Pinky leaned against Fluttershy, planted her hooves on her friend's shoulder, beginning to massage them. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Whoa.
Gee, you're super tense. You've been worrying your worrisome little head all day silently, McQuiet pants. There's no reason to worry your little head off. We still have some time. Might as well make the best of it, right? So just as you start to relax, that's it. Lean back and relax, and let Pinkie Pie take care of you. Just like fixing up some dough for a cake. Ooh, that would be so sweet right now. But I guess I had plenty of cake in my super duper party. Thank you. Fluttershy's grip around Angel Bunny loosened a bit, and he used this as an opportunity to sprint away to the other side of the room, sticking his tongue out at Fluttershy. "Oh, Angel Bunny, please." She flapped her wings and tried to go after him. Only for Pinkie Pie to grab her and pull her back down. "Oh, don't you worry your pretty little head about him. Don't you want to spend some quality time with your girl, Pinkie Pie?" Pinkie Pie gave Fluttershy a peck on the cheek and grinned. This made Fluttershy tense up again, trying to pull away. I don't know. Oh, come on, relax. Oh my god. What is this next sentence? Me. Pinkie pulled out a blunt and stuffed it into Fluttershy's face.
What?
Yeah, you read it right. Yeah, I read it right. Pinkie pulled out a blunt and stuffed it into the Fluttershy's face. Just breathe in. There you go.
Is my drink spiked? Did I grab the wrong soda?
No, you did not.
Oh shit, is this a beer?
No.
Some kind of other...
Shut up!
What the fuck?
Yes.
Oh, I bet Chapter 4 is gonna be real fun.
Fluttershy crossed her eyes to look at the blunt hanging from her lips. She quivered a bit, but took a little breath, coughing a bit afterward. Pinkie scooped up the blunt up, and after it fell from her lips. "I think you're gonna need a little more than that." She smiled and rested her head against Fluttershy, their long manes mashing against each other. She stuffed the blunt back to her Fluttershy's mouth. Now deeper, come on, you can do it. Puff, puff. Fluttershy inhaled the blood, flared up, burning halfway down before she gasped and coughed again. Oh, Fluttershy. Fluttershy relaxed into Pinkie Pie's eyelids, coming down as her eyes turned red. That feel better? Pinkie took a hit. Pinkie took a hit herself.
Flutter high.
Yes. Continue to massage over Fluttershy's back and haunches, lying her down. That's nice. Fluttershy plunged, splaying her wings out, covering her face with her hoof. Pinkie gave her a toothy grin and crawled up on top of her. Now the real fun can begin. Pinkie embraced her yellow friend and pressed her mouth against hers, kissing her deeply. Her oversized tongue deciding it would have a party in Fluttershy's mouth. Fluttershy's eyes grew wide, and when the kiss turned French, and she tensed up again. But didn't have to fight Pinkie's advances. About a minute passed, and her eyes fluttered shut, deciding to give in and try to enjoy it as much as she could. Still felt somewhat wrong for her, but this would be their last day alive together, and Fluttershy felt that it was alright, if it made her friend happy.
Ignore it.
Shut up! Pinkie broke the kiss so the two could breathe. She giggled and caressed Fluttershy's face. Now, she reached over and pulled out a party bag. Oh, that's not even the half of it. I want to have some Applejack and Bag Macintosh fun right now. But since neither of us is a She reached into the party bag and rustled around. She stepped in for a moment, glaring up at you, the reader. Hey! You get out of here! This is private! And that's the end of chapter 3.